Okay, have you ever felt like you're talking to a brick wall that just happens to be a super intelligent AI? Well, in this explainer, we're going to crack the code on a skill that's becoming absolutely essential for pretty much everyone: how to talk to artificial intelligence and get the amazing results you're actually looking for. So let's dive right in.
You know that feeling, right? You ask for something specific, maybe a creative marketing slogan or a summary of a really complex article, and what you get back is, well, it's kind of generic, not very helpful, or sometimes just flat out wrong. It's a super common frustration, but here's the good news. It is totally fixable.
And this right here, this is the big secret. The key to unlocking the incredible power of these tools isn't about sitting around waiting for a smarter AI. Nope. It's about us becoming smarter communicators. You've heard that old saying, garbage in, garbage out, right? Well, it has never been more true than it is right now. The quality of what the AI gives you depends almost entirely on the quality of what you give it.
So how do we get better at this? Well, that brings us to our first section, unlocking your AI's brain. We're going to learn the language these models understand, and that language has a name: prompt engineering.
Now take a look at this list. This comes straight from our source material, and honestly, it's our roadmap for this entire explainer. Think of these terms as your brand new toolkit. We're going to define and unpack every single one of these, and by the end, you'll be a master AI communicator.
Let's start with the main idea itself: prompt engineering. I know, it sounds super technical, but it's really not. It's just the art and science of crafting your questions and instructions, your prompts, in a way that guides the AI exactly where you want it to go. It's way less about coding and way more about clear communication. Okay, so now we know what prompt engineering is, let's look at the two basic types of prompts you're going to be working with. Understanding this difference, this is the first real step to taking control of your AI conversations.
And this comparison just illustrates it perfectly. The system prompt is like the AI's core programming, its mission statement. It's set by the developer, and it tells the AI its basic rules and personality. The user prompt, on the other hand, is your specific command. That's the daily to-do list you give it in that moment. You control the to-do list, not the mission statement.
All right, we've got the basics down, so let's level up. Instead of just telling the AI what to do, what if we could show it? This next set of techniques is where you're going to see a massive, massive jump in the quality of your results.
You can think of this like a simple three-level learning process. You can just ask the AI to do something from scratch. We call that zero shot. You can give it one perfect example to guide it. That's one shot. Or for the absolute best results on tricky tasks, you can show it a bunch of examples, and that's multi-shot. First up is zero-shot prompting. And let's be honest, this is what most of us do by default. You ask the AI to do something cold, without giving it any examples to work from. You're just relying on its huge, built-in knowledge base. Use this for simple, straightforward questions where you trust the AI knows its stuff. Now this is where things get really interesting. With one-shot prompting, you give the AI a single, high-quality example of what you want. So let's say you show it the exact format for a meeting summary before you ask it to summarize your own transcript. This is your go-to move for getting specific formats right on the very first try.
And for those truly pro-level results, especially when a task is complex or has a lot of nuance, there's multi-shot prompting. Imagine you want the AI to write product descriptions in a really specific, quirky tone. You could give it 3 examples of descriptions you already love, and it'll absorb that style and apply it perfectly. This is how you teach an AI a nuanced skill in just one conversation.
Okay, we've learned how to teach by example, which is huge. Now let's add a couple more advanced tools to our toolkit. These are the ones that will help you get consistent, repeatable, high-quality results every single time.
First up is one of my absolute favorites, system roles. This is where you give the AI a job title. Instead of just asking a question, you start with, act as an expert historian, or you are a witty marketing professional. This one little instruction frames the entire conversation, and it instantly shapes the AI's tone, its vocabulary, and its whole depth of knowledge.
The second tool is all about putting your best prompts on autopilot. Templates. If you find yourself doing the same kind of task over and over again, like say writing weekly reports, you can create a structured fill-in-the-blank prompt. That way, you don't have to start from scratch every time, and you get perfect results with way less effort.
And here's why these are so powerful when you put them together. Roles give your AI a consistent persona. Templates give your requests a consistent structure. When you combine them, you pretty much eliminate the guesswork. You stop hoping for a good response, and you start generating predictable, professional-grade results every single time. So, let's pull all of these threads together in our final section and think just a little bit bigger. This is where we go from technique to mindset. Welcome to the art of AI conversation. I really love this quote on the slide because it just nails the mindset shift we need to make. We have to stop thinking of AI like a vending machine, where you put in a coin, a prompt, and you get out a snack, an answer. The real power happens when you start treating it like a collaborative partner, and you start a productive dialogue to refine and create something new together.
And that's why this all matters so much. A productive dialogue means you don't just accept the first answer it gives you. You build on it. You say, hey, that's a good start, but can you make it funnier? Or, okay, now combine that idea with this other one. What we've talked about today isn't just some quirky technical skill. It's a new form of digital literacy. It is, quite simply, the future of how we're all going to work with our most powerful tools.
Which leaves us with one last big question to think about. As this skill becomes more and more central to every profession, is prompt engineer really a niche job title, or is it just something we're all going to be expected to do? What do you think? Thanks for tuning in.